Don't cut the emotional cords with your cable TV yet. We know it's boredom central with a break in the Yellowstone bonanza, but boy, have we got some banging news for you. The original prequel to Yellowstone, 1883, looks all geared up to set your TV screens on fire. But just hold your horses, we've got to dish out some major scoop on 1883 Season 2. So sit back and sip some Southern iced tea because what we're about to spill is hot. What's the deal on the Dutton family? Is there more to come? The Dutton family has done it again. They made their debut on Paramount Network with the original show's prequel, 1883, a jump over from the streaming site Paramount Plus. So from now on, we don't expect a single dull moment to put a damper on our dramatic dose of the Super Series. Now onto the fun part. How will Season 2 of the series from the Wild Wild West rope its audience in? FYI, those in the know are already touting the next chapter of 1883 to come to life on TV screens via 1883 The Bass Reeves Story, looking all set for its release in the latter part of 2023. That sounds happening, so giddy up! Let's head over to the barnyard and we'll give you a hot and tender slice of sizzle and goss on what's cooking in Taylor Sheridan's neck of the woods when it comes to Season 2. News about the upcoming chapter is spreading across Yellowstone fandom like wildfire. The wheels of production for the series started churning in October 2022. But for now, the much-anticipated chapter pretty much remains lodged in Paramount's project pipeline. Has a date been dropped by Paramount for the release of the spin-off series? Don't you wish. But as of now, no definite date has been marked on the Cowboy calendar for its release, except a general timeline slated for sometime later this year. So you gotta wait it out for a whole hot minute before you focus your peepers on the next installment of the adventure. A quick run through the cast. Let's cast that aside for a minute and go over the stellar cast that'll light up your screens in the future. Will the movers and shakers and big names of Season 1 trickle down in the cast of the second season? The truth is, at this point, we simply don't know if country crooners Tim McGraw and Faith Hill will don their cowboy boots and grace the spicy spin-off with their powerful presence. It remains murky if Sam Elliott will be there either. What we do know is the show's main lead has fallen into the hands of David Oyelowo, who's also a Golden Globe nominee, by the way. Taylor Sheridan has commended the actor with oodles of talent, calling him a once-a-generation talent. High praise indeed. That's one to look out for. Not only that, Hollywood A-lister Dennis Quaid will step into the role of Deputy U.S. Marshal Cheryl Lynn and will bring his top acting game to the table. Word coming out of Camp Yellowstone confirms that so far, only these two names have made it to the spin-off, at least officially. However, more news is spilling out of 1883, the Bass Reeves Story's casting camp. As per Variety, Lauren E. Banks and Forrest Goodluck have also hopped onto the spin-off bandwagon. Goodluck, who is also part of the cast of The Revenant, will bring his acting pizzazz to the role of Billy Crow. Dime store books are this Cherokee's passion for the upcoming series. Lauren E. Banks of City on a Hill fame will take on the role of Bass Reeves' better half, Jenny. We can't wait! The role of Bass and Jenny's daughter will be taken on by Demi Singleton. Remember King Richard? Other names are Barry Pepper and Donald Sutherland, who will bang a gavel on the table in the role of Judge Isaac Parker. Time for a history lesson. So, who exactly is Bass Reeves? And how does he fit into the jigsaw of the grand scheme of all things wild and western? Let's fast forward to 1883, the Bass Reeves Story logline. As per the account, Reeves is an American hero. An all-around badass, this frontier Maine man made his mark by busting hardcore criminals during the post-Reconstruction era. This federal peace officer in the Indian Territory was able to round up 3,000 criminals. And here's a fun fact. The man did not sustain any injury while committing this heroic feat. A true blue star. Bass Reeves also stands out as the first U.S. Marshal that was black and operated on the west of the Mississippi River. True history. The spin-off promises to be a surefire hit, matching the success of earlier shows that have popped out of Sheridanverse. Why, you ask? Because this time, what will be pinned predominantly on the creator's radar will be the real-deal historical figure Reeves, rather than the not-so-real Dutton clan. Besides, to his credit, the first black U.S. Marshal was an absolute powerhouse who could speak multiple Native American languages with as much ease as he could take on criminals. But wait, don't gallop away, there's more. He's also the muse or the carbon blueprint for the Lone Ranger. Who could have thought of this thrilling storyline? As per reports, this was David Oyelowo's baby on which he'd been working alongside Wifey. Later, it joined the Yellowstone umbrella, and the rest, they say, is television history. But wait a minute, what about a direct second season? The Yellowstone universe, or Sheridanverse as some call it now, is a mighty confusing place with prequels and sequels galore. 1883, the prequel, dives deeper into the Yellowstone universe. The smashing hit Season 1 ended with some major jolts and tremors and some important characters meeting their end. Curious fans are queuing up to dig deeper. The question boggling their minds is if a second season will be churned out to pick up the strings from where the first one left them dangling. Remember now, fans, curiosity killed the cowboy. All we can say to them is keep hanging in there, folks, because a direct second season is simply not meant to be, at least not in the imminent future. As far as the storyline of 1883 goes, in Taylor Sheridan's book, the series has reached its final chapter. For the creator-director, the sensational plot is done and dusted with. The creator, with his signature creative quirk, wanted to create a movie spanning 10 hours, something that he has already accomplished. So a direct follow-up can be ruled out from the cards in the immediate future. Sheridan wanted 1883 to be a standalone show that could stand on its own hooves without using the Yellowstone storyline as a crutch. Mind you, don't mind all the horsey puns. The situation just calls for it. Sheridan, as per his own admission, is not the type of guy who ties and tucks everything to come together or rolls off lengthy explanations about how and why something happened or didn't. Fair enough. So, sadly, in most likelihood, the Duttons will not rub shoulders with the characters of 1883, the Bass Reeves story. For the record, 1883, the 10-episode series, made its first mark on Paramount Plus in December 2021 and ended on February 27th last year. Let's get down to the details. The progression of the original series and its spin-offs goes something like this. The prequel 1883 is followed by 1923, a series that also precedes Yellowstone in this modern-day Western saga. Like an ever-growing galaxy, other spin-offs are being added to the super hit franchise, such as the eagerly awaited 6666, shot around the 4 sixes. So, if the thought of viewing the trailer for the spin-off crossed your mind, we hate to be the bringers of major disappointing news here. There's absolutely none to date. Sorry! However, Film Fort Worth has dropped an exciting bomb that the shooting site of Bass Reeves will be located at Fort Worth. That will pull in major dinero to the city and make a positive economic impact. Good for them! The 1923 connection. Word on the block is that the narrative that was discontinued from 1883 will carry on in 1923. 1923 will be another 10-episode spin-off, which will pump up some extra episodes to 1883. Heads up though, it's a wait-and-watch scenario until things are spelt out in black and white. 1923 will cascade through the many loves and life lessons of yet another generation of the Dutton lineage that will follow after 1883. Expect some intense Western-style drama with Sheridan's signature brilliant storytelling skills. The star-spangled cast of 1923 mixes just the right amount of oomph to keep the viewers hooked. Heavy-duty names such as A-listers Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford will play Kara and Jacob Dutton. That's quite a generational mix, but hopefully we've helped you a bit to comb through the confusion. There! We've given you a much-needed lowdown on Yellowstone spin-offs and the much-awaited continuation of 1883. Don't get in a tiz, we'll keep you clued in as more details emerge. Share your thoughts with us, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Toodles!